Hello, wild ones. It's Bernadette. I am here with your Aquarius Tarot reading for January 2021. Ooh, I was so excited when I saw this card come out for you guys. You're gonna love, love, love it. It's right up your alley. Snakes, oh yes, but not just any snakes. The baby snakes coming out of the womb, coming out of the egg, coming out of that they're coming in from the great cosmic mystery, and they've come into this world, they've been birthed into this world to help us even better understand and connect with the cosmic mystery. And isn't that what you're all about, for crying out loud? My goodness. What is the Aquarius motto? The I know. Because you are it's Aquarius, right? You guys are the true star children of the zodiac. You are the consummate dreamers and doers. You are you don't, it's not that you want to be a rebel without a cause, you just want a cause. And so you end up being, you end up being the rebel with a cause, because you're always looking for a cause and to lead that cause, because you're just so adventurous. And you can look across a room that's got nothing in it, and other people will be like, this room's got nothing in it, and you're like, you don't see that? And you see all of the possibilities. That relates so well to just snakes at large. So let me just say, there are two sets of snakes in the deck that I read from, which is my own Arc Animal Tarot and Oracle deck. And it is, well, I don't know why I'm bouncing. I'm so excited. I got so much to say. I'm like, oh, what do I get out first? So the deck is a tarot deck, right? So snake is the tower in the tarot part of it, but in the oracle part of it, which is moms and babies, we've got your baby snakes. And that lends a whole nother set of symbolism and meaning to these spirit totem and power animals. Well, what this really has to do with you, Aquarius, is when Saturn and Jupiter, the two old kings of the solar system, they start off with a grand entry into Aquarius as December came to a close, and they're still both making their way through your sign, and that'll be for many, many months to come. So questions of what's ideal, what's necessary, what's broken, that may continue to resurface for you. But by the time their transits are complete, everything from your career to your home to your ideas to money to finance to politics to law to love, everything is going to be completely transformed. Okay, listen, is there anything more transformative or spells metamorphosis than a snake? And that whole I see thing, when snakes go into molting their skin, shedding their skin, which they do 4 or 5 times a year, they have this second eyelid that goes over their eyes, and it's very milky, and it makes them look like they're in a trance, which was where the original shaman, in indigenous cultures, where they got that whole connection with, snakes in the other world and being able to see past the things, the things of this world and beyond the veil, which is exactly what Aquarius can do. I mean, they talk about, listen, I'm a triple Scorpio. They talk about Scorpio being the most psychic sign of the zodiac. Okay, then maybe that's true. But just from a seeing standpoint, seeing things that other people can't see, now that's Aquarius, right? So on a kind of a more intermediate level, when Mercury enters your sign mid-month, like that's between the 8th and the 10th, there's just this thing that's going to happen with your mind. It's so sharp, it's so active, it's creative, and it is going to be tuned into some otherworldly kind of wisdom. So anything that you might think around that time, you might be like, why am I even thinking that? Or why am I even considering that? Because you've been downloading it from the divine. You've been downloading it from the other world, from beyond the veil, right? And it's almost like you're going to be instantly able to break old patterns, bad habits. It's I don't know, you're like, I don't remember taking that red pill, but you just see the world differently than you did before, and it's so good. So while snakes will be guiding you on this mission, the healing, the transformation, these are all the words to really initiation. That's a big, big word for this month for you, initiation. Then between the 14th and the 20th, the emotions and the intuition that you've got, they might seem a little intense and erratic. It's just growth. It's going to be just, it's going to be uncomfortable. Listen, I have to believe at some level when snakes shed their skin, they have to do it. They have to do it naturally to grow. But somewhere in that little reptilian mind of theirs, they've got to know that puts them at risk. When they're in that trance, they can't defend themselves. They don't know what's coming. So they have to really sit and know that wherever they're at, wherever they've chosen to be at to do that change, is the safest, best place for them. Now, the sun enters your sign on the 20th. That's going to give you tons of creativity, the willingness to be seen and heard, and maybe even the courage to share some of your most, what others are going to consider offbeat or quirky or eccentric ideas or beliefs. Please share them anyway, because that's how some of the most, well, actually, it's how a lot of the most amazing things in this world have been invented, because a seer could see what other people wouldn't and couldn't see. So be the seer. Snake is going to connect you to your ancestors, and that otherworldly kind of guidance is going to make you, I don't know, you're just going to be on this really, really fertile ground, which is exactly what the spirit totem and power animal as the baby snakes emerging from the womb or from the egg have to do with it. It's about fertility. And I feel, well, it's written in so many different places, so many people speak of it, and I believe it. Snakes, they have no legs, so they go everywhere on the ground. Is there a better animal, or an animal that's more strongly going to feel the rhythms of Mother Gaia? I don't think so. So I would urge you that if there's some place that you can get on ground, like where your body can actually touch the ground, and the farther away it is from the city or people or communities or whatever, the better. The more the more out there you can get, the better. Because even just coming in contact with the earth, earthing in a way, but really where you can lay your whole body on it, and especially if you can turn your heart chakra down and you can lay face down and let your heart chakra, and your root chakra just really kind of get in there, you may find that you have visions. Yay! Write me and tell me about them. Put them in the comments below. I'm all about the visions, y'all. So it's it is a call to stay grounded, but it's also a call to let those visions come through. To what is Mother Gaia trying to tell you this month? Okay, we got it from the stars. Awesome. Great. But the stars are always going to work in alignment with Mother Gaia. They're not going to work at odds with each other, right? So, you want to keep a balance. You're going to want to go full force because you're always about the underdog. And I love that you will probably love that snakes came for you, because you are about the underdog. You know how maligned and misunderstood and mistreated and disrespected the under reptilians are, which is, craziness, but people do it. I mean, I didn't know any better when I was a kid. I was horrified. Do you know that dreams about snakes is like the second most dream that people have all around the world? Their fear of snakes and everything that it represents, my gosh, it's the second biggest nightmare. So you're not going to feel that way though. And I understand you're an air sign, and that's empowered and full force this month. But Snake is going to remind you that the communion and the connection you've got to have with the earth is really, really important. That snake energy is going to show you how to channel your energy for higher growth, for ascension, for transformation. It's just a really massive omen for you guys. Now, when you take a little deeper dive into the Aquarius star sign, take a look at like your personality, your characteristics, your traits in this sign. Listen, you just go and you never look back, which is also a call to snake energy. Snakes can't go backwards. They can move side to side by virtue of making what? The 8, the S, that never ending kind of, almost like the Ouroboros, where it's, it's the round thing, the symbol of infinity. And then you just get that amazing, sometimes snakes turn themselves into an 8. The symbolism of snake goes on and on and on and on. But you're such a great healer. You are, as the water bearer and as the, you are pouring the actual waters of life into us. It is, I really encourage you that as you go through this January 2021, if you've been kind of like, because I happen to know a lot of Aquarians who, they get really down on themselves because they're dreamers, but But even though they want to lead the charge, oftentimes they don't make the greatest leaders because they don't always have the greatest follow through. But many of them do. And so if you want to focus on the follow through, not the wow, 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 but all let's go, let's go, let's go. Yes, let's go, let's go, let's go. But then make sure you're taking it the one step at a time. You're shedding this before you start this. You're birthing this before you do this. Listen, when an egg cracks open, that's fine for the snake to want to go, 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 but they've got to get out of the egg first, right? So when you also take a look at the number vibration of Aquarius, it's going to tie back into that infinity symbol because from numerology, Aquarius ties into the number 8. Again, the infinity. You've got it to go and go and go and go. Your day is Wednesday. You're going to bridge that gap from the divine downloads that you're getting that other people are, the visions. Other people are thinking it's quirky. Other people are thinking it's eccentric. But you're dreaming the new dreams of our new reality. And one day we're going to thank you. Your chakra is the heart chakra. Oh my God, the things that you want to do for humanity. And this is a really good month to start that. Just so you know, in the Chinese zodiac, your twin is the tiger. Is there a more ferocious, tigers are just in the Chinese zodiac, man, they are the absolute, they want to help everybody. They want to save everybody. They want to lead everybody to success and wealth. And they're they're humanitarians like you are. So you've got all of this stuff coming in for you. It's going to be a big, glorious month for you, Aquarius, and good for the rest of us that you have shown up to do this work with us and fulfill your sacred contract to make our world a better place. We really, really thank you. So I hope that was helpful. Pick up your copy of the Arc Animal Tarot and Oracle deck, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you next month. But as you're going through all of your transformation, what's the one thing you have to hold on to and remember? To stay wild.